Our senior producer is Kevin Delaney. I'm John Trout. This is Westwood One.
Hi, I'm Dr. Shelley Place with today's tip for kids from the American Academy of Pediatrics. Food additives can harm children's development and raise the risk of obesity. To lower the risks, choose fresh fruits and vegetables when you can and avoid processed meats. Don't put plastic in the microwave because heat can cause chemicals to leak into your food. When cooking or serving hot foods, use glass or ceramic dishes. For more on keeping your child healthy, talk with your pediatrician or visit healthychildren.org.
Russell Wilson here. With Play 60, United Way in the NFL, helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day. To get involved, go to unitedway.org/play60. Are you guys going to do it every time? Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Listen to News Radio 1440 from the comfort of your car seat, the comfort of your desk chair, or the comfort of your recliner at home. We are everywhere, on the radio, online, and on your smart home speaker. News Radio 1440. News Radio 1440 is WLWI-AM and 95.1 HD3 FM of Montgomery, a Cumulus media station.
This is the CBS News World News Roundup, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Taylor Swift fans are devastated after Austrian police say they broke up a terror plot aimed at killing as many people as possible outside one of the singer's sold-out concerts in Vienna today or tomorrow.
There were thousands of Swifties that traveled far and wide to see these shows.
All three performances were canceled. 2 teenagers are under arrest. One who pledged allegiance to ISIS a few weeks ago. The others, officials say, have recently begun working at Swift's concert venue. Correspondent Nicole Skanga.
Authorities say both suspects were radicalized online. They're also investigating if there are possible co-conspirators. Police say they found unidentified chemicals in the 19-year-old's residence, then called in a bomb squad and evacuated nearby homes. But a source tells CBS News there were not enough components to craft a functional explosive.
Here in the U.S., tropical storm Debbie's made a comeback. It made a second landfall northeast of Charleston overnight. Weather Channel meteorologist Stephanie Abrams.
Even though it's away from its moisture source, which is that warm water, today and tomorrow will still crank out the rain and those gusts up to 35 miles an hour.
Debbie is expected to cause flooding across the mid-Atlantic states and the Northeast through Saturday morning. A powerful 7.1 earthquake struck off southern Japan today, triggering a tsunami advisory. People there are being urged to stay away from the southern coastline. So far, no reports of injuries or serious damage. After days of rioting and anti-immigrant, anti-Muslim violence, the streets in Britain are mostly peaceful.
I'm Vicky Barker in London. Refugees are welcome here, they chant. In London and Liverpool and dozens of other communities, anti-racist demonstrators outnumbered any far-right protesters last night.
You've got to take a stand, otherwise they're going to get away with it.
The head of Scotland Yard praising
Successful operation thanks to communities and police.
swift, lengthy sentences handed down to the rioters who attacked mosques and shouted racist slogans last week. They also have diffused the far-right violence, for now anyway.
A much-anticipated human panda reunion will take place at the San Diego Zoo later today. CBS's Elise Preston spoke with a couple of excited fans.
I want to see what's so bad. I haven't seen, obviously, pandas in years.
Taking center stage, 4-year-old Xin Bao. She's the smart, inquisitive one. And Yoon Shuang, the 5-year-old bamboo-loving boy.
He's a foodie. He's a foodie. I mean, all pandas love their food, but he definitely loves his bamboo.
The pandas have returned to the zoo for the first time since 2019. Dow futures down 47, Nas futures up 30. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
As a roofer, I'm always on the go. So I need to be able to get things done from anywhere. That's why I partnered with Beacon. With their unique Beacon Pro Plus app, I've got the brands I depend on, like GAF, right at my fingertips 24/7. I rely on Beacon because I never stop building, and neither do they. Now through September 15th, purchase GAF through Beacon Pro Plus and earn up to $1,500. Go to BECN.com or download the Beacon Pro Plus app today. Beacon, always build it.
Hi, I'm Stephen Malat. People are always commenting on how healthy my dogs are. One of the reasons is the food my dogs eat.
Dr. Marty's Nature's Blend is a premium freeze-dried raw dog food designed to support your dog's health, happiness, and lifespan. Save up to 54% off Nature's Blend and get a free bag of cod Krispies. Go to drmartypets.com/good or text GOOD to 511-511.
Your order is back with a 90-day guarantee.
All dogs are unique. Your dog results can and will vary. Message and data rates may apply.
An energy drink company could be making a major play in pro sports.
Red Bull is reportedly considering a bid for a new NBA franchise in Las Vegas. According to Bloomberg, deliberations are still in very early stages, with entry costs as a major sticking point. The company could also face some tough competition from other potential buyers, including former and current NBA players like LeBron James. Vegas has been actively seeking to attract more sports teams to boost tourism, and it's already got a WNBA team.
This season has come on aces!
The Aces, who won back-to-back championships. Monica Ricks, CBS News.
Medical experts have soured on a sugar substitute. A new study from the Cleveland Clinic finds eating food that contains erythritol increases the risk of heart attack and stroke. Researchers find the sugar substitute makes platelets in the blood more active, which can lead to clots. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
The doctor's office that mixed up your files has your septic billing number. The power Your info is in endless places that could accidentally extract info.
I don't know, but I do know.
Every second. If your identity is stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or fix it back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo.
Well, back to school, back to school.
Did you know your life insurance is an asset you can sell? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. For almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. And at AbacusPays.com, we created a free policy value.
It's so amazing to be loved. I follow you. Man, I thought the day was.
Join Sean Hannity Sundays at 3 p.m. for the Encore Show.
Chinese to Russians don't fear Joe Biden.
On News Radio 1440. Your WSFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Blindster is a family
How you doing,
business
Kyle?
that began in
What's up?
2010, and we've sold millions
What's
of
on your
custom
mind?
blinds, shades, and shutters, and received over 100,000 five-star reviews. Don't hire an expensive pro. Do it yourself and save big at Blindster.com.
Another hot day across central and south Alabama. We'll make a run for upper 90s once again. Overall, we can't say it's 100% dry. A stray shower or two will pop on radar during the hottest part of the afternoon and could linger into the early evening. Otherwise, our evening tonight is quiet. We'll talk 70s, and we'll do it all over again with more upper 90s for Friday. And that's your First Alert forecast. I'm WSFA meteorologist Amanda Curran on News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now, things are looking good. Nothing major has been reported that would send you an alternate route. We do sit on Plum Street at Ryan, so keep your eyes open there. Other than that, just extra caution through the school zones. There's most all the schools are back in session this morning. You've got a lot of first-time drivers out there moving around and about, and extra traffic you normally wouldn't deal with. The lowest tax rates in Alabama, they're at McKinnon Toyota. They've got a great supply of Tacomas and Tacomas. Financing as low as 1.99% on select Toyotas. It's worth the drive. McKinnon Toyota, exit 212 off I-65 in Clanton. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Major Delay.
Good morning, I'm Jed Davis. Here's what's happening in the news on this Thursday. One person is dead, another injured after a training accident on Fort Novacell in Ozark. A U.S. Army student pilot was injured, the instructor killed during a training flight Wednesday. They were in an Apache helicopter made for two people to fly. Early on, still no word on what caused the crash. It's back to school today. MPS schools start back up, as do Pike Road Schools, Lead Academy, Montgomery Christian, and Valiant Cross Academy. Tallahassee and Demopolis City schools also start today. Lowndes County, Morgan Academy, Pike Liberal Arts School, and Lee County's Trinity Christian also go back to school today. Team USA continues to dominate in Paris, adding to the medal count Wednesday. The red, white, and blue added 5 more golds in wrestling, cycling, and on the track. Team USA now has 94 overall medals. China is in second with 65. Host country France has 51. That's your news on this Thursday.
Hey, Montgomery Prattville, if you want a nicer, newer car you can afford, go for the gold during my old car relay. Matt Parsley here from Budget Car and Truck Sales. If your old ride's a loser, hand it off to us. I'll give you up to $4,000 more than Kelly Blue Book value, based on the price of the car you pick. Here at Budget Car and Truck Sales, we're focused on affordability. My Dream Team solution specialists hustle hard to help you find a car you'll love for a monthly payment that fits your budget, with the banks and the credit unions that want to say yes. That's yes, yes, yes. Plus, this month, you could get way more than your old ride's worth during my old car relay. Get in the game and hand off your old ride, because you could get up to $4,000 more than Kelly Blue Book, based on the price of the car you pick, with the banks and the credit unions that want to say yes. That's yes, yes, yes. But hurry, this race is on, and the deal won't last long. I'm Matt Parsley. I'm your dealer for the people. See all these gold medal worthy rides at budgetsays.yes.com. That's budgetsays.yes.com. Call 334-244-9777.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
You know, a lot of times you have to choose between something high quality or something that saves you money. But if you could get both, why not? Especially when it comes to health care, and that is MediShare. You get both. Many families save $500 a month with MediShare, and that's huge. But it's also true that people wind up way more satisfied, too. The member satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. That's because MediShare works. It has for more than 30 years. It's a community of Christians who have shared more than $5 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth. They love the huge PPO network. So, yeah, really, you can save a ton, like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price in 2 minutes.
Come on, man.
Here's
Let's
the number.
go. Let's
Just
roll.
call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
He's smart, witty, and fast on the draw. It's Mark Levin this afternoon at 5 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Sometimes you need to reset, refocus on your day. The moment where you take
Okay, then. Let's get this day
change the
started.
focus from the problem to the problem solver. This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins.
And good morning, Montgomery, Alabama. It is time to rise and shine once again, if you can. It's one more day, one more, that you're on top of the ground and the ground's not on top of you. I'd say that's a lot to be thankful for this morning, wouldn't you? Time to rise and shine. Good morning. I'm Kevin Elkins, and this is News Radio 1440. It is the 8th day of August, 2024. It is time for our daily bread. A word from on high, something that'll change your perspective. I'll give you a new one. Either way, it's good for the soul. And again, good morning. Today's daily bread is simply entitled Cleansing Confession. We probably all have had an invitation to that in our lives. Our scripture insight today comes from James 5:13 through 16. James 5 and 16 says, confess your sins to each other, or some translations say to one another. Govern yourselves accordingly. And again, it is August the 8th. It is a day that has never been. And it is like all the other days. It is a day that won't ever be again. It's a once-in-a-lifetime deal. This day will never be. So whatever you do with this day, make sure that if tomorrow should be, You'll be proud of what you have done with your time. If you've lived a while, you've seen, you've heard many, many, many yesterdays. And if we are blessed and given the grace, the mercy, the charity, and love of God, we may, I am not sure, but we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should never be, then it is this day. That is the first day of the rest of our lives. What are we going to do with them? Well, whatever you do what you can, while you can, for whom you can, for as long as you can. And whether you believe it or not, somebody along the way, someone helped you, a listening ear, a shoulder to lean on, a hand that held you up when you wanted to fall. Words of encouragement. You can do no less. Visualizer May said, whatever we do in life, we should do it so well, no man living, no man dead, no man yet to be born can do it any better. And I say that is the standard of how you live life. You'll always be successful because you're never a failure, never, until you quit. Say, give out if you must, rest if you can, but you never give up. You never quit because quitters will never win. And while winners may fail at a thing or two, they never quit. Somebody once said that strength does not come from falling down. It comes from getting up every time you do. Don't ever give up. Don't ever quit, because quitters will never win. Good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine.
Welcome to today's encouragement from our daily bread. I'm Wynn Collier, and I wrote today's piece titled Cleansing Confession. There's a man people hire as they're dying, paying him to show up at their funerals and reveal secrets they never shared while they were alive. The man has interrupted eulogies. He's asked stunned officiants to sit down when they started to object. He once stood to explain how the man in the casket had won the lotto, but never told a soul, and for decades pretended to be a successful businessman. Multiple times the hired man has confessed infidelity to a widowed spouse. One might question whether these actions were exploitative or enacted in good faith, but what's obvious is people's hunger to be absolved of past sins. Having someone else confess for us, especially after we're dead, is a futile and risky way to deal with secrets. These stories, however, reveal a deep truth. We have a need to confess, to unburden ourselves. Confession cleanses us of those things that we've hidden and allowed to fester. Confess your sins to each other, James 5:16 says, and pray for each other so that you may be healed. Confession releases us from burdens that bind us, freeing us to commune with God, praying with a heart open to Him and to our faith community. Confession enacts healing. James invites us to live an open life, confessing to God and those closest to us the pains and failings we're tempted to bury. We don't have to carry these burdens alone. Confession is a gift to us. God uses it to cleanse our heart and set us free. The scripture reading I've selected for today is James chapter 5, verses 13 to 16. Is anyone among you in trouble? Let them pray. Is anyone happy? Let them sing songs of praise. Is anyone among you sick? Let them call the elders of the church to pray over them and anoint them with oil in the name of the Lord. And the prayer offered in faith will make the sick person well. The Lord will raise them up. If they have sinned, they will be forgiven. Therefore, confess your sins to each other and pray for each other so that you may be healed. The prayer of a righteous person is powerful and effective. Let's pray. Dear God, please help us practice confession. We long to be freed by your forgiveness. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Today's encouragement was provided by our Daily Bread Ministries.
And now we pay homage to all of our armed forces of these United States, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, and Coast Guard, and Space Force. Again, I don't really know what Space Force does, but we're going to say hi to them anyway. Also, good morning to City of Montgomery employees. Seeing some of them coming to work first thing in the morning like I am. As a matter of fact, they're earlier than I am. They get there way before I do. All right, but that's okay. Good morning to the Sanitation Department, Montgomery Police Department. Good morning to the mayor. Is he in town? I know it's a rarity, but, he might be here. I'm not sure. But say good morning to him, too. Good morning to the county commissioner, the chairman of the county commission, Mr. Doug Singleton, and the rest of the members of those lofty positions that they hold. Good morning. Hey, never say I won't kiss a butt. Not too often, though. And good morning to the Montgomery maintenance department. Okay, I'm gonna get off the trucks. People have been getting on my case. Well, it's a work truck. It's a work truck. Well, okay. Still don't have to look like you're going to the chain gang. Come on, man. I mean, I see them trucks. I used to see them trucks going down the street. I used to get in the other lane. I thought somebody might jump out and hit a brother. They are kind of ugly, though. That ugly gray and green. Please, can we at least change the color of them? Make them brown or something, like the projects or something. And last but certainly not least, their motto is Semper Fidelis. But the Marines couldn't pronounce that. So they cut it short to Semper Fi. But whether it's Semper Fidelis or Semper Fi, it all means the same thing. Always. Not sometimes, but always faithful. Good morning to you, Montgomery. It's time to rise and shine. Now, when this is over, I do have, I got to play this. I play this every year on the first day of school because I think it's appropriate. Okay? And it's called Every Child Needs a Champion. I think you'll enjoy it by Rita Pearson. She's gone on to glory now, but her words ring true till this day. Good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine. All right, now I don't have time to take any calls until after this is done with. So y'all can hold on or you can, call back. All right, I'm just saying. That's not the one. Here it is right here. Every child needs a champion. This is to get our school thing going back, hopefully it puts everybody in the right attitude, okay? Every child needs a champion. Rita Pearson. We'll be back.
I have spent my entire life either at the schoolhouse
First day of school.
Are talking about what happens in the schoolhouse. Both my parents were educators. My maternal grandparents were educators. And for the past 40 years, I've done the same thing. And so needless to say, over those years, I've had a chance to look at education reform from a lot of perspectives. Some of those reforms have been good. Some of them have been not so good. And we know why kids drop out. We know why kids don't learn. It's either poverty, low attendance, negative peer influences. We know why. But one of the things that we never discuss, or we rarely discuss, is the value and importance of human connection. Relationships. James Comer says that no significant learning can occur without a significant relationship. George Washington Carver says all learning is understanding relationships. Everyone in this room has been affected by a teacher or an adult. For years, I have watched people teach. I have looked at the best and I've looked at some of the worst. A colleague said to me one time, they don't pay me to like the kids. They pay me to teach a lesson. The kids should learn it. I should teach it. They should learn it. Case closed. Well, I said to her, you know, kids don't learn from people they don't like. She said, that's just a bunch of hooey. And I said to her, well, your year is going to be long and arduous, dear. Needless to say, it was. Some people think that you can either have it in you to build a relationship or you don't. I think Stephen Covey had the right idea. He said you ought to just throw in a few simple things, like seeking first to understand as opposed to being understood. Simple things like apologizing. You ever thought about that? Tell a kid you're sorry, they're in shock. I taught a lesson once on ratios. I'm not real good with math, but I was working on it. And I got back and looked at that teacher edition. I taught the whole lesson wrong. So I came back to class the next day and I said, look, guys, I need to apologize. I taught the whole lesson wrong. I'm so sorry. I said, that's okay, Miss Pearson. You were so excited. We just let you go. I have had classes that were so low, so academically deficient that I cried. I wondered, how am I going to take this group in 9 months from where they are to where they need to be? And it was difficult. It was awfully hard. How do I raise the self-esteem of a child and his academic achievement at the same time? One year I came up with a bright idea. I told all my students, you were chosen to be in my class because I am the best teacher and you are the best students. They put us all together so we could show everybody else how to do it. One of the students said, really? I said, really? We have to show the other classes how to do it. So when we walk down the hall, people will notice us. So you can't make noise. You just have to strut. And I gave him a saying to say, I am somebody. I was somebody when I came. I'll be a better somebody when I leave. I am powerful and I am strong. I deserve the education that I get here. I have things to do, people to impress, and places to go. And they said, yeah. You say it long enough, it starts to be a part of you. And so I gave a quiz, 20 questions. Student missed 18. I put a +2 on this paper and a big smiley face. He said, Miss Pearson, is this an F? I said, yes. He said, then why'd you put a smiley face? I said, because you on the roll. You got 2 right, you didn't miss them all. I said, and when we review this, won't you do better? He said, yes, ma'am, I can do better. You see, -18 sucks all the life out of you. +2 said, I ain't all bad.
Oh, I knew that was coming.
For years, I watched my mother take the time at recess to review. go on home visits
I gotta
in the
I gotta do
afternoon,
my,
buy combs and
be
brushes
over in
and
a couple
peanut
minutes.
butter and crackers to put in a
It's my
desk drawer for kids
motivating
that
speech,
needed to eat, and
headed back
a
to
washcloth
school
and some soap for the kids who didn't smell
Just
so good.
grab
See,
a
it's hard to
headphone
teach
over
kids
there.
who stink.
Doesn't matter which one.
And kids can be cruel. And so she kept those things in her desk, and years later, after she retired, I watched some of those same kids come through and say to her, you know, Miss Walker, you made a difference in my life. You made it work for me. You made me feel like I was somebody when I knew at the bottom I wasn't. And I want you to just see what I've become. And when my mama died 2 years ago at 92,
what's your name again?
there were so many former students at her funeral. It brought tears to my eyes, not because she was gone, but because she left a legacy of relationships that could never disappear.
The office.
Can we stand to have more relationships? Absolutely. Will you
I'm
like
saying you
all
sitting
your
down at a
children?
desk.
Of course not. And you know your toughest kids are never absent.
You got kids to go?
Never.
No.
You won't like them all, and the tough ones show up for a reason. It's the connection, it's the relationship. And while you won't like them all, the key is they can never ever know. So teachers become great actors and great actresses, and we come to work when we don't feel like it, and we listen to policy that doesn't make sense, and we teach.
They don't give them any
anyway.
intellectual stimuli.
We teach anyway because that's what we do.
So he's doing
Teaching
well.
and learning should bring joy. How powerful would our world be if we had kids who were not afraid to take risks, who were not afraid to think, and who had a champion? Every child deserves a champion, an adult who will never give up on them, who understands the power of connection and insists that they become the best that they can possibly be. Is this job tough? You betcha. Oh God. You betcha. But it is not impossible. We can do this. We're educators. We're born to make it.
He wants to do well.
Thank you so much.
Okay, I hope that helped. I hope that helped folks. And Stephanie, you better get in this other chair. I can't even see you. So get in that chair over there so I can see. It's kind of like being in jail.
Okay.
You know, with the all we need is a glass right here. Oh, there we go. There we go. We need a glass and a phone between us, and we can communicate. Anyway, good morning. Let me take this call before I get. Okay, now guys, I got a guest right now, so I'm going to do this real quick. All right, quickly. Okay. Okay. Right. I tell you what. I tell you what. Yeah. No, I got you. I got you. Do me a favor. Call back after. Yeah, call me back after my guest is gone, because y'all be right to get me way off the golden path there. Okay. So, hey, I only picked up the phone to tell you to call me back after my guests leave, because y'all gonna take me places that I don't need to go right now. All right. I hear you. Yeah. That's Mr. Weirdo right there who calls me all the time. Some people have anything to do in the mornings. Anyway, good morning, everybody. Hope this day finds everybody well. First day of school in Montgomery. Everybody else went to school, earlier part of the week. Montgomery had to be last. Okay, but maybe they just didn't want to overpower the system. Okay, but my guest this month, today it's a second Thursday of the month. Stephanie's here with us from Hope Inspired Ministries, otherwise known as HIM, and it is an organization that helps people who, for whatever reason, one or another, they can't seem to. Sometimes you go so far down you can't get up. Sometimes it helps them job hunts, helps them overcome the barriers by which they have that stops them from being gainfully employed or gainfully useful in our community. Okay, so and what do you do over there again?
I'm the community relations director.
Okay, that's a big old title. What does that mean?
So basically what I do is build relationships. Me and the couple of people that I work with, we are out in the community building relationships almost every day. trying to, of course, just what you say, tell people about who we are and what we do.
And how long you been doing that?
I've been a year in about 8 months now.
So you're still a newbie. Okay, that's okay. Somebody got to do it. But now, don't you also? I thought you were also responsible for the meals that they get.
Of course we are.
Right.
Yes.
That's certainly it takes a relationship to get that done.
Absolutely. Yeah. So yeah, we handle building, of course, relationships with volunteers, companies, other organizations, and even partnerships with other companies to provide everything that our students need.
And the needs of our students vary.
Yes, it does.
Vary from clothing to a place to stay. But the one thing you do, you scour this town for a meal because some of these people, I hate to say it like that, but some of our students, that's the only meal they're going to get.
Absolutely, you're right. And to see them after, well, when they come into the class and we get to know them and we get to know a little bit more about them, and then that's when we find out that sometimes that is the only meal that they get. And so we try our best to make sure that we do our part, community relations, to build those relationships with people, churches, organizations, businesses, so they will sponsor the lunch. And we tell them a lot about who we are and what we do and why it's so important for them to actually provide the lunch for our students.
Okay, and that's Hope Inspired Ministries. So if you're somebody out there that owns a business or you just want to give, you don't have to own a business to give. They don't care where the food comes from. Okay, they just we just need it. And we're not just asking everybody else. People who work at Hope Inspired Ministry also give, to help these people. And so, because when you're hungry, you're not really at that moment. You're not really thinking about anything else. What you gonna get to eat because you're hungry. You feed the body, and then you can talk to the brain and the spirit. But you got to feed the body first, or else everything you just saying, the guy just sitting at the boy, I'd sure like to have something to eat. So we look for people each day a week because they have to eat. They try to provide a meal every day, right? And so we need somebody. And if you are interested in helping these folks, not just talking, listening on the radio, but actually doing something. Don't take like you and 5 buddies can get together and put some money in a pot and help those kids, because you never know. I'd rather feed them than have them people taken out of my house going to jail because they're looking for something to eat because they don't have anything. So let us help out these folks when you can, okay? And if you want to do that, you can reach Stephanie at what number?
334-649-4330. Again, that's 334-649-4330.
Right. So you don't have to be a millionaire. We're not feeding lobster and caviar. We feeding people just regular meals like you and I would eat. Okay, little chicken won't hurt though. I'm just saying.
And Kevin, also they can also go online if they just want to donate.
Okay.
They can go to our website, hopeinspiredministry.org, and they can donate there.
Okay. So, what is the biggest impediment that you have trying to put forth the message of Hope Inspired Ministries as you carouse the neighborhood? What is the biggest misconception?
Well, I think the biggest misconception is that people think that we only help people that are homeless or who have been incarcerated. We help anyone that walks through our door that need help as far as needing a job. The only thing that we ask is that they're willing to work. And so we've had people to come in who've had degrees, and actually now they have very good jobs. We had a young lady that used to work at Tuskegee. She became homeless. She came through the program, but now she's back working again in another institution, teaching again.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. So because regardless of what your education is, regardless of what your used to be social status is, there is something out there that has everybody's name on it.
Yes.
Okay, that will take you from one place to the other. So don't think that these people are a bunch of bums and walking off the street. They just didn't want to work. That's not true. I'm telling you something. I've seen people who lose their mother, lose their dads, their brothers, their sisters, and absolutely devastate them until they just couldn't even function anymore. And by the time you realize what's going on, you where you are. And that's what Stephanie's guys do over there. Now, me, I'm just on the board because they need somebody to drive. So, but that's okay. I as long as I can be helpful some kind of way, because I'm probably the most less serious guy over there. That's okay. 860-1440 if you want to talk, Stephanie. If you want, and here's nothing. You may not be a person who needs their services, but you may know somebody out there that need their. You don't have to be broke. You don't have to be a drug addict. But if you are, that's okay too. But again, you have to be willing to. You can't come in there and change the rules. Okay, you got to be willing to put in the work. Okay, and there's a program over there. You got to follow the program. That's why I haven't been over there yet. Because the program. Good morning on air.
Yes.
No. That's not what they're doing. It's not a rehab.
We do help homeless, yes. No.
Wait a minute. Why are you bringing her into that? Why you bring? She don't know anything about that. I don't know. Like somebody called. Okay. And did you see me? Somebody called. Okay. Let me explain now. Somebody called. Somebody called me about an organization living up that's in op, and it's called Christian Ministry. Said that the people were forced to go to church and things of that nature. And basically, I wanted to verify. And now they are faith-based place. Anyway, appreciate your call. They're a faith-based place, but just because you're faith-based, don't mean you get to run roughshod over people. Because faith is about showing your love and not beating you over the head with it. Okay. So and basically we just called to make sure. But listen, after talking to them, from what I can gather, I think they're good folks. And I don't even know OPP, whatever wherever that is. I think there's a city called Opportunity. They just cut it short themselves, call it OP. You know where OP is?
I do.
It's in the boondocks. Yeah, it's way out there. Directions are past the first barn on the right and go up the street till you see a couple cows. But anyway, I won't leave OP alone. But anyway, but that guy, he doesn't like me. So there's nothing I can do that would help him. So anyway, so the biggest impediment is what again?
That people don't realize that we help anyone that needs our services.
Okay, so you don't have to be a drug addict.
No.
You don't have to be on down and out your luck. Sometimes you just need a hand up.
Absolutely.
Sometimes you need a hand, because when the boss up the street up here comes down to the hall here and said, "Elkin, we don't need you no more," I'm gonna be over there. Okay, I'm gonna be over there trying to find me something to do. Okay, that's right. But we do a lot of things, and here's one of the things that people don't realize. All of us have experiences. You have some, I have some. I probably got a couple more than yours. Experience. Your story if somebody hears it, you need to tell it, because they may be in a similar position you are, and they don't see any way out.
You're right.
You need to tell your story so people know. Everybody who walks around in an Lexus didn't start with one.
Absolutely.
Okay. Everybody who's a CEO of a business didn't start with one. Okay. Everybody, and sometimes you fall twice, but they will help get you up. I mean, if I told you guys my whole story, y'all be crying on the radio right now. I had to call the police or something around here for the tears that are coming on down. Yeah, but I won't do that. I won't bore you with my laborious tale of my life, okay? Because most of the crap that happened to me, I did it. So I can't really complain too much about it. But funny thing about it, when you're going through a storm, You don't realize that it's the clouds that are temporary. The sun is always there, hasn't moved in a million years. It's standing right there. Your job, and this is what you guys do, your job is to help me through the passing storm. Okay, because we all got storms in our life. Okay, my storm is just that guy right off, the air. That's one of my storms. Okay, so anyway, Stephanie's with us, 860-1440. If you want to ask her a question, you have a grandchild, you have a uncle or an aunt or a brother or mom and them all messed up in the head, and you need to send them, get them someplace so they can get some help. And age is not an issue here.
Correct.
Okay.
Well, you have to be 18
Okay.
and older.
Right. You can't be too old, but you can probably be a little bit too young. Yeah. Because if you're 17 and below, you need to be in school anyway.
Well, absolutely, but we also, in our Lowndes County area, we're in the high schools there, so we do take high school students in Lowndes County.
Lowndes County got a high school? I didn't know. I think they had cows down there. Okay, because I was going down the street one day in Mosses, right? And I saw cows crossing the street. I mean, they were like they were looking for somebody. I didn't. I just didn't know. Haynesville, Mosses, I just didn't know. 860-1440 is the number here if you want to talk to Stephanie. She is our community relation. And if you need her to come to your company or something like that and tell our story and tell what they try to do, maybe you can do that too, right? You
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We would love to come out and speak to any organization
Mhm.
and tell them a little bit more about Hope and Heart Ministries.
I remember a story a preacher told me. He said, the story you tell me, I don't want to hear, but it's the one I see that I'll pay attention to. So while you sitting in your nice office right now, your nice suit on, tie, or do you even wear suits anymore? I ain't talking them skinny suits either, because I don't like them skinny suits. I want you to look like a man. Wear a regular suit. But while you're sitting there in your skinny suit, thinking about all the blessings that you have, come out and tell your story to some of these folks over there. Listen, they let me speak one day, and I really didn't have much of a story to tell. As a matter of fact, I should have been in the chair behind the guy looking at me, but that's okay. Because you'll be surprised at what people need to hear sometimes,
Yes, you're right.
and what some of our students need to hear more than anything. You can do.
Yeah.
You can get this done. You got this. You can get it done.
Yeah, and they also like to hear, like you just said, Kevin, when someone else have had a situation and how they got up. Students
That's
need
right.
to hear that.
That's right. They need to hear that.
Yeah.
I mean, if I do that over there, they start crying. So I don't want to, bring my pride. I don't want anybody over there to, think that I'm a hero. I mean, I'm just saying, I'm not a hero. I know some though, and I know some work at Hope Inspired Ministry. Okay, these are the people that actually put the they got old Southern thing about something putting the plow to the dirt or the mule to the plow or whatever the case may be. You guys are the one to go every day. Me, I just go there every once in a while and just look around at things and keep moving. But y'all there doing it each and every day, Stephanie. So if you guys know anybody that could use Hope Inspired Ministry, that's what they're there for. So don't say I don't know nobody. I don't know this. Yeah, you do. They sit there every day, wait, walk through the door. All they say is, "I need a hand."
And hard to be
So they got time between now and then. Good, good. Let's take a break. We'll come back. Stephanie's with us. Right back.
know the best rate for you is a rate based on
So
you.
we ever get any calls over on y'all come on there?
Not
Y'all
one
ever
based
get any
on
calls over
anyone
there?
else.
You know?
So if you drive safely, you could save money. Good to know. Visit allstate.com or call for a quote today.
Another hot day across central and south Alabama. We'll make a run for upper 90s once again. Overall, we can't say it's 100% dry. A stray shower or two will pop on radar during the hottest part of the afternoon and could linger into the early evening.
Yeah. I'm getting like that.
Quiet. We'll talk 70s.
You know how
all over
corporations
Bama
are,
for
right?
upper 90s for Friday. And that's your first alert
You know what?
forecast.
I should do
I'm
my own-
WSFA meteorologist Amanda Curran
do
on
my
News Radio
own-
1440.
Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven, on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. So far, so good. No major problems are being reported.
Sending stuff to
Nothing
the
on
lab.
an alternate route, of course. Heavy traffic, backed up, slow traffic around all
Oh,
the
yeah.
in the Tri-County area now that everyone's back in session, so be careful, use caution. Go ahead and be prepared to be late. Don't be in too much of a hurry. Larry Live Oak has been insuring the River region since 1988, customizing your insurance needs, giving you the perfect plan. Live Oak Insurance, Main Street in Millbrook, 285-2881. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Major Delay.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
You know, a lot of times you have to choose between something high quality or something that saves you money. If you could get both, why not? Especially when it comes to healthcare. And that is MediShare. You get both. Many families save
Back in the
$500
day,
a
brother,
month
shit
with
couldn't be
MediShare.
found
It's
in
huge.
cold.
But it's also true that people wind up way more satisfied
You're
too.
going
The
up
member
there.
satisfaction rate for MediShare
That's too far
is
to
double
woods.
that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. That's because MediShare works.
Home?
It has for more than 30 years. It's a community of Christians who have shared more than $5 billion of each other's
I must have
bills.
been in like the
People love having
90s.
telehealth. They love the huge
80?
network. So, yeah, really, you can save a ton, love it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed,
I ain't heard
you
nothing good
need
about
a
Alabama
plan
until I
that
got
you're
here.
happy with.
No.
Call right now and get a price in
It's
2
just
minutes. Here's the number.
I mean,
Just call
you know, 'cause the history of Alabama is just one that's.
855-51-BIBLE.
But the thing about Alabama is that we hear the bad things, but we never hear about the relationships between black and white that had. As a matter of fact, one of the guys doing the civil rights movement, a white seminary student who in Fort Deposit, they wanted to sit down and eat at this place. It was a white guy. White guy pulled out a shotgun and started to shoot the girl. He stood in front of the shotgun and got killed. So there are a lot of relations around here with whites. And the funny thing about it, most of the time, it was the ignoramuses that had these attitudes. Because rich people didn't, smart people didn't, they had more things to think about. But when you got nothing else to put in your mind, you want to blame somebody else for your life or your troubles, then you blame black folks. But they have some great, I have great relationships with everybody since I've been here.
And the best way to be ready anytime is to go to hims.com today. Because when you go to hims.com/radio, you'll find doctor-trusted.
I ain't stupid either. I know there's some people
the
out there.
same active ingredient as CX. Available in daily pills or chews, Hims gives you that boost of confidence, knowing you can be ready whenever the mood strikes.
What your husband
Connect with a licensed medical provider, just go to hims.com. No in-person appointments or awkward conversations required. If prescription medication is right for you, it'll be shipped to your door for free. Starting at less than $2 a day, you can get an ED treatment prescribed 100% online, all for a fraction of the price of name brands. Get your confidence back with Hims. Get started with a free 100% online consultation today at hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio for your free online visit. Hims.com/radio.
Prescriptions require an online consultation. Healthcare provider for determined appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on. Montgomery Men's Health exists for guys who get it done. Let's talk, fellas. You solve problems all day at work. You fix your sink when it's broken. But when it comes to ED and low T, it doesn't get done. We get it. You hate going to the doctor, but it fixes things. At Montgomery Men's Health, there's nothing to fear.
What are you doing?
Delay. We've been destroying bedroom boredom for years. A friendly, discreet team of medical providers will take the time to listen. So if you haven't fixed this, call us.
I guess I just
Bills
got
fail, call us. If you feel like you've tried everything, call us. Here, there's hope. From
Yeah, we got
to the next level. Imagine finally taking care of this with no surgery. Imagine going from feeling gray to living life in vibrant color. It's time to be confident. Join the thousands of guys who have found success after walking through our doors. Will you be one of them? Dial 334-440-3663 or go to MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com to schedule a $99 no performance consultation, including blood work. Do it for you. Do it for her.
I used to do this for an hour, but I think an hour is too long.
Don't miss Sean Hannity. Biden incoherently adheres live.
I found this business, you can give people too much information, too much at one time, and they don't absorb it. Give them a little bit, they want to know, they want more. Okay. There we go. Really good. All right then. Now we have an event coming up soon, which is mhm, mhm, mhm. And this section, what is it going to be? And mhm. What is the video going to be? Okay. So where was that? Which is I was amazed. Basically, you know, basically, we want to help furnish students, some of your friends, neighbors who may have a hard time get by. And the way that happens is we are 501(c)(3), which means all the money that you give is tax deductible. Okay, we're not going to do 501(c)(3) when we pay you something. We're really not. No, we really are. And so we need to provide table. We want to hear some stories about people who really experience out in all and not uh, with the grace of God led them to Hope Inspired Ministry to do it. They will just talk to talk. They walk the walk. And just not that it really matters. It's a collaboration between many people. We have veterinarians who get involved. We have lawyers. We have local business people sitting on the board. This is amazing. Listen, the thing that we hang around, you know, okay, we're all right. However, I'm good for a couple of them. Yeah. But you want to hear the story? Tell us about home people. We can buy them. We find the guys together and pay a couple $100 for the seat. And the food's good. You can, last year we gave you all kind of stuff in your chair, surprise package in the chair. And I haven't opened mine yet. It's still at the house because I was so emotionally involved in it until I just didn't open the package yet. I wanted to savor the moment.
So that's one of the reasons why we're mentioned too, because like in the class that we have right now, I think it's 12 students that are about to graduate. Um, dollars per student. So that's why we're asking, at least from
And a group of people can get together and come out and have a nice in October. You know, and get fellowship with a bunch of people who not only talking the talk, but are walking the walk. And that number again, you look at the website, which is hopeinspiredministry.org, Hope Inspired Ministry, one word, .org, or you can put it into Google and it will take you to the website, or you can call 334 4330. Okay. Listen, Stephanie, thank you for coming by to visit us this morning, Hope Inspired Ministries. And if you want to talk to Stephanie, she's a really nice person. Talk to her. Okay, good. Anyway, give that number one more time. 334-649-2330. And so thank you for coming up. Tell John, I didn't think about anything like that. We just did the job. We'll be back. So you listen to that.
WSFA 12 on News Radio 1440. News Radio 1440, WLWI, your home of the Dave Von Zero Show. CBS News on the hour.
Jeffrey Rodriguez. Heartbreaking, really heartbreaking. Tens of thousands of Taylor Swift fans, among them Aideen Ferry, who traveled from the U.S. to Vienna, were devastated to find out the singer's three sold-out concerts there had been canceled. Officials uncovered a murderous plot and stolen bankruptcy. Correspondent Vicky Bunker is at the foreign desk. Palestinian security officials say both suspects now in custody have ties to the Islamic State terror group. One, a 17-year-old, isn't talking, but the other, a 19-year-old, has told police he'd hoped to kill as many people as possible just outside the concert venue. The attack was what happened at Taylor Swift's concert tonight or tomorrow. Investigators say they found chemicals and technical devices that one of the suspects used. Tropical storm Debbie's made a comeback in the Carolinas. The system made landfall for a second time overnight, bringing with it more torrential rain and flooding. Weather Channel meteorologist Stephanie Abrams is in Myrtle Beach.
Weather has really shifted inland as that similar tropical storm Debbie is chilling over South Carolina. The biggest shield of heavy rain over North Carolina and Virginia
is expected to move up through the northeast over the next day or two. In his first interview since exiting the race, President Biden discussed the election with CBS News. Returning correspondent Richard Custer.
He was enthusiastic about the vice president and about Governor Tim Walz. In addition to the ticketing, he said he will be out there frequently on the campaign trail to help the ticket in specific places, battleground states where he believes he can really give them a boost.
Full interview with Mr. Biden on this weekend CBS Sunday morning. CBS News has gotten a hold of the audio of former President Donald Trump praising Harris running mate for the way he handled the riots after George Floyd's death in Minneapolis in 2020. The news conference this afternoon at Mar-a-Lago. Harris' supporters have been turning out en masse. CBS and Nancy Curtis from Michigan.
There were roughly 14,000 people gathering in Detroit last night. A big change from the Biden days when the event tended to be much smaller. In fact, the crowd we're seeing out on the trail now, in arrival, what we saw for Obama back in 2008 or Donald Trump in 2016.
Well, futures are up 151. NASDAQ futures are up 199. S&P futures are up 31. This is CBS News.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Looking for a career path with flexibility, great pay, and benefits? Go to progressive.com/careers and apply online today.
Another reason is that my dog usually seductive by this nature's opinion please drive around. How do you even been talking about this please drive off on you for years? In this road is a pretty far away. Are the dogs are more flexible, the keys are cleaner, and the dog trying. Why they see working? when she's up in the market, so she's trying to do, she was like a puppy, and it's unbelievable. We're so confident in God for them. Your order is fast with your day guarantee, and for a limited time, save up to 54% of the interest money to get a free bag of cod crispy for Wild Cod Ultra Crunchy Cod Sandwich. Go to DrMartinHealth.com/good for text good to 511-511. Good to 511-511 today. Offers are unique. The doctor's notes can be required. Message and data rates may apply.
Eddie and 11 fans will be scooping up Broadway tickets.
Stranger Things, the first shadows, an origin story set decades before the start of the popular Netflix series in Hawkins, Indiana. Performances will start in late March next year and officially open April 22nd after an award-winning run in London. Pre-sales will be on sale next month on Friday the 13th. As for the series, its fifth and final season is still in production. Netflix hasn't announced the release date yet. One Bricks, CBS News.
A year to the day, the flames of the Maui wildfires broke out, devastating historic Lahaina. A log tree is hanging on. Arborists say long branches with hundreds of leaves are growing back on the town's 150-year-old banyan. Dedicated experts have been working diligently to save the 60-foot tree. Before they've even set up a special nutrient-charged soup. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
From the industry experts detailing proven methods of how to take your business to the next level.
Once you have me, who was necessary? That's right. Down to the 18. That's right. What do you want to make, Kevin? Right here. You got a copy of the little ad on your computer? No. Let me see. No, don't let me do it. I got it. Next week. Today, Ken got the bull riding back. We got the swiftest flying the racing pigs this year. Real quick, I don't know why just right here. Was it Ray first with Bassmaster? Then became the Buckmaster? Ray helped me. And how cool is that? We have Buckmaster and Bassmaster. Ray helped me get it going. Yeah. Is that man? I agree. Well, I've been losing my voice this morning, Kim. I got you. I kind of talking and it runs out, so you'll have an edit point. And welcome back. Hey, got a guest in the studio with us for the time, and we'll get to that other stuff, that unimportant things you guys want to talk about anyway. But right now, we're going to introduce to some and reintroduce to others. Tell the folks who you are this morning. Jackie Bushman, the Buckmaster. Buckmaster. Now, what's a buck? What's a buck? A buck is a male deer. Oh, okay. You can't call him Jordan. Yeah, call him Buck. And that's my grandfather's name. Buck. Oh, yeah, okay. I don't know any. There's a country singer named Buck something back in the Buck Owens. Oh, yeah. Okay, so you are with Buckmasters. Yes, sir. And the what do you guys actually do? Well, we're the largest deer hunting association in the country. We have the longest TV show, outdoor TV show. Okay. We have the biggest whitetail magazine, deer magazine. We have events like we get ready to talk about. So we've got a lot going on that we do to bring deer hunters together. Mm-hmm. Now, okay, I've never been a hunter. So I don't know. That's okay. But I will say one. I do feel bad for them. Well, what you got there, guys, is you got more deer. And if you don't take the deer, and that's why we got great wildlife agency. You have to take X amount of the game to keep the population healthy. Okay, if you don't hunt or you don't fish and take out X amount of population, then they can get sick, starve, and there's a disease that'll take the population out. So you have to take X amount of animals out from the land, and that keeps the herds healthy. The deer meat has no cholesterol and no fat, so it's very, very healthy to eat. Venison, so aspect. And just remember, if you like wildlife, if you love
hunters and fishermen, you wouldn't have their time, their effort, their money that goes into conserve. So if you don't hunt or fish, it's okay. We just understand why we hunt and fish.
But I do eat. So
yeah, there you go. And it's $1 billion industry here in Alabama. We have the longest deer hunting season anywhere in the country, and people come from all over to come down to hunt and fish here in our great state. So, it's a big economic.
I mean, I've never tasted deer or anything like that. And I kind of want to one day, but nobody's ever.
I tricked my mama. She said she'd never do it, and I told her it was prime rib. She ate. That's the best prime rib. I said, she said, that's good.
So the Buckmasters Expo 2024 is going to be August 16th to the 18th at Montgomery Convention Center.
That's right.
Okay, and you guys are we going to show our wherewithal of the things you use?
Exactly. We've got over 300 exhibitor booths. Anybody and everybody that's got an outdoor product, they're there, and outdoors people are coming in and they're selling these products at discount prices. So one of the last shows on the show circuit.
Now some people feel kind of sad. And I don't know about feel sad about it or not. But, you go to a lot of these people's offices, you see a beautiful head on. I feel kind of sad for the brother,
But that's a taxidermy business.
Yeah,
that's a huge business.
Yeah,
it's taxidermy because you're bringing that hunt back and remembering it.
Now, do the females have antlers too, or just the men?
That is very rare. There are some females that have had antlers. We have had.
Maybe transgender.
I don't know. That is something that's very rare, and we've had one at the show 2 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. But you can't eat meat.
The meat is unbelievable.
Not in the store.
Well, it's because it's wild game. Okay, it's not FDA regulated and all that good stuff.
But you eat meat?
Oh, absolutely.
So it's like hamburger meat?
I tell you what, it tastes better.
Really?
Better. I'm telling you.
So where can I get some?
Well, when you go to these meat processors, a lot of the deer hunters will take the meat to the deer processor.
Okay.
And sometimes you can go get it, there. If the hunter doesn't pick it up, they have deer meat.
So you cook it just like hamburger meat?
You can grind it up, make hamburger meat. You can cut it as steak. You can cut it all different. Oh, you can put it in for stew, everything. Oh, yeah.
Listen, you want to probably do this. Whatever you need to bring something.
I will bring you some deer. If you cook it, then you'll say, you know what, those hunters are good old boys.
I'm going to get up my own right.
There you go.
At one point, I know they said you could go in an arrow. Can you hunt with it?
Oh, yeah, bow and arrow. Yeah. Very popular. Absolutely.
Okay. Buckmasters Expo is local to Florida.
Jackie Bushman Buckmasters. We got our big event, the Buckmasters Expo. It's next weekend, the 16th to the 18th, down at the convention center. We have professional bull riding on Friday and Saturday night after the expo doors close. So when the expo doors close Friday night at 8, the bulls will start at 8:30, and then Saturday night the doors close at 7 at the expo, and the bull riding will start.
You gonna have bull riding?
Absolutely. Outside in the
outside.
Yeah. This is our 3rd year, and it is hugely popular. These are professional bull riders, professional bull PBRs. That doesn't cost us anything. You come on out and bring your family. And you got the expo and bull riding going on at the same time. And we're blessed to have Buffalo Rock, Mountain View sponsors. And the governor's behind it, the mayor's behind it, county commission, chamber, local sponsors, national sponsors. All you got to do is bring a canned good and bring a whole bunch of canned goods. Or if you forget it, just bring $1. Mm-hmm. And all that goes to the Friendship Mission and Salvation Army. Okay. We fed over 100,000 meals a week.
Outstanding. Cordell.
I don't know about Cordell.
Cordell Walker.
Oh, I don't know.
You don't know Cordell?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the best bull ride I've ever seen on TV.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
No, I tell you what, these are kind of minor leaguers. These are some of the guys off the PBR who can come down like the business. Follow me?
Okay.
These are young cowboys that are trying to make it and will get enough points to qualify for the PBR. See what I'm saying? So this is kind of like a minor league deal that these guys got to get some points to be able to get to this show.
I mean, how much is
it's like a ton, I guess. I think it's 1,800 pounds.
That's a lot of weight.
That's big. When they come out of that truck, you look at them and you go,
Have you ever been
I
on
got on the back of one, but I wasn't gonna ride. I just was doing some TV stuff. Like they thought I was riding, but no, man, I was sitting there going. And those bulls, some of those boys, they wouldn't even make a second. 8 seconds just seems like not very long, but it's very long for a bull. That's how long it takes to get a
Now,
bull ride.
I heard that most them bulls in storm because they have a tendency to tie their little fingers together.
I don't know about that. I know they tighten up the belt around their chest, and if they don't like that, somebody's on their back, they won't fall.
Okay, I thought they tightened it.
No, I don't think they do that. I don't know if I can jump if they do that.
I said that's what makes them kick so hard.
Yeah.
What's going on here? What Masters Expo 2024 between August 16th and 18th at Montgomery Convention Center. Also, you're going to have Robert Arrington dinner?
Yeah, she is a YouTube star, got 3.5 million followers for all his fans to come out. We got Peter Van Dorn, Alabama Grill Master going to be there, and Seek One's Lee Ellis. So we got a lot of YouTube stars there. People can come out and say hi to them, like them. The cool thing about it is all these exhibitors. This is their last show on what we call an outdoor show circuit. So all the products they're trying to get rid of their inventory, so they're giving it away at discount prices. So it's a great shopping thing. Mama's come, grandmama's come, and my Christmas present, birthday present, you name it. It is a big event for a great cause.
Okay, and again, you help. Some of that money goes to Friendship Mission, Salvation Army, just people who really need some help.
They need some help.
Yeah,
they really do.
So I'll be in line. 860-1440. If you got any question you want to ask Mr. Buckmaster himself, he's here. If not, don't forget it is August the 16th to the 18th. That's next week.
That's next week.
As a matter of fact, at the Montgomery Convention Center. And
we have maybe 2 or 3 left. And
you can sell your wares.
Whatever you got.
Yeah, whatever you got. Okay. That is good. Yeah, I appreciate you coming by and seeing us. I'm going to have to come out there. You got VIP setting?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You're a VIP. You just walk.
I've never seen one.
You got to come see. You got somebody in your family or friends that are outdoors. There's something there. They might like the Swifty Swine, the pig racing. They might like the bull riding. There's always something there for everybody. That's why we try to make it.
And I don't like it. I never know. I've never.
Friday, the doors open at 3 o'clock, from 3 to 9 on Friday. So 9 to 7 on Saturday, and 10 to 5 on Sunday. We got time to check. And we got collegiate archers and 4-H archers. They got their competition going. Free riverboat ride. You ever think of a ride on a riverboat? It's full. It's Saturday. Just come in and get a ticket on a certain time. Yeah. That works out. Yeah.
Anyway, thank you for coming by.
Absolutely.
We're back.
Work. All right. Yeah, it's this is our manual thing that goes out TV show.
I'm gonna check. I never heard anything bad about it.
Just tell your radio.
coronavirus and then not going to protect their drugs. We're going to let them get pretty much scot-free. It's the equivalent of allowing coronavirus booster throughout the 2020 campaign for the guys who have COVID. There's no outrage. The fact that Harrison Walls have yet to do it, I'm sure they've been coming. It's going to be from the war, which is possible. We asked about the great things that they have said and advocated for. Is that everyone hears them? These providers have thousands of people who can give it to them. Life. We will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800 Term Life. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou is going to do. This is our next tool. For affordable term life insurance, call 800 Term Life. That's 800 Term Life.
Bill Bradley will come big.
Did you know that Alabama law applies this is state public health regulated to Giving vaccination not only protects moms and kids from the death virus, it also reduces the risk of help us protect you, family, and vaccinated today.
Is coming up, and that will require you to quit smoking. Doctors and other people the first thing is key.
Okay, we're back. No more guests. We've done the guest thing one, which is good. Yes. Some up in Colorado doing this thing, that camera thing it is. The other day he was at the Denver Broncos thing. I mean, listen, the boy gets inside the Denver Broncos, he gets to meet all the professional players up there. I mean, I'm sitting here, the only people I meet are like homeless people. I got no problem with that too. Better they homeless than me. So we good. But he gets to hang out with all the sports millionaires and stuff like that. Okay. I mean, every dad wants their kid to do better than them. Look at both my can do better. That's okay. That's good. I mean, it's good training, good teaching. Good morning to you. My number is 860-1440, whatever's on your mind. So, good morning. Somebody stop right there. Somewhere in this town. And we'll give it to you. I got to try some deer meat. I've never tried it. Me personally, I can't really shoot people. I can shoot at a human being, each child trying to get a move, the argument is, I would feel guilty. I don't feel guilty about eating the cat. Okay, I don't feel good. Now he did this. Bushman did make a point. He said, if you don't, if you do not help them, the population will outgrow the resources that are there for them. So when we hunt them, they hunt them, it's actually helping. I've never been much of a hunter. I was trained how to hunt men a little bit there, but I never knew much about hunting animals. Now, I hunt rats. I used to hunt rats. They shoot. Yeah, trying to get. I don't live in a place that got rats that big, so I don't do that. Anyway, good morning to you. First day of school in Montgomery, Alabama. There's a lot, evidently something happened at a school board meeting the other day. And I don't exactly, Eric Dyson was in town. Yeah, he was invited by a school superintendent. And Eric Dyson is an interesting man. He has a way to, me and Donald got into a little bit the other day. His communicative skills are unique, and they are his own. And he's some people are asking the question: the question is, evidently he kept using the N word. I don't know, we just call it the N word, but we all know which word it is. And evidently some of the people in there got offended by that word, and I guess he was just like being real. Now, but here's the problem. And I will agree with Donald, at least in some point. You cannot watch a movie. You cannot listen to the most music, especially rap music, and that word is not used in every communicative display that you can find almost. When we talking to us, okay, we will use that word with impunity. Impunity means without fear of repercussion. Okay, my argument has always been you cannot expect respect from everybody else if you don't want to give respect to you. Okay, so I think maybe we look at these things different. I think that Michael Eric Dyson, and he I think he's a little bit different than than most people who come up. But evidently there was some, and I haven't heard from any of the teachers, any of the people that were there. I've got a little bit of this hearsay, and so I don't know exactly how it was said. Evidently it was said more than once. It was said. Here's my only thing, and then I'm gonna leave this alone. Here's my only thing. If you represent institutions of higher learning, and if you're invited to an institution of learning, and we revert back to language that is not indicative of that learning, then I think we may need to regroup and restate our intention or restate our mission. Okay. I don't like the word being used by anybody. I don't like it being used by black folks. I don't like it being used by white folks. And certainly, it should not be used in an institution of learning. It just shouldn't be. Okay. And I will never understand why we allow it. Some people even insult my little bit of intelligence I have. Well, there's a difference between ER and NA at the end of the word. I don't see the difference. Me personally, I don't see the difference. Okay, it's an insult, as a matter of fact, of all the people who've been beat up, tortured, killed, because they didn't want to sit there and be called out of their name, and now we make money on that same name in our entertainment industry. I don't see it. I got a nephew that's a rapper. I call him all the time when I listen to some of his stuff. Can we not? What is the purpose of school? What is the purpose of learning vocabulary if you can only use words that are insulting and show a lack of relevance? So I don't know. I don't know. I'm all messed up. But evidently there are people that are judging whether or not the superintendent showed good judgment. Well, here's what I'm going to say. I think everybody gets to make a mistake every once in a while. Everybody gets to make a mistake. My judgments all my life have not always been that great either. I have made some whoppers in judgment. So I'm not going to get on Mr. Dyson. Although now someone say what doesn't intent. I don't think so. I think the problem is you take away the intent when you use the word. You just take away the intent. What message could you possibly be trying to put across that good English and a mastering of the language will not do the same thing without insulting people? What do you have to say that has to have that word in it? That is so important. There is no other word in the lexicon of the English language that you revert back to that word. What word? What word? I mean, what? There's got to be at least 10,000 words you can use besides the N word. You get the same message across. Okay? I don't know. Matter of fact, using that word shows that you lack the necessary vocabulary skills in order to communicate. Get the same message across. I can say, well, you can get this man, but, or I can say, you may hurt your lips for my posterity. Okay, I mean, I said the same thing. Okay, I said the same thing, but it didn't sound important. You know what I'm saying? I said the same thing. But anyway, so much for that. I think you lose the intent. I think you lose the intent of the word when you bring that word. When you make excuses for that word. Okay? Whether it's in ER or in a, it's the same. It is the same. Okay? It holds the same meaning. Okay? And I just believe, Alabama State one day, it's my son Uncle Bound, and all I heard was that word coming out of this house. And I just walked up into that. My son was going out there. This is the institution. Is this the best we can do? Is this the best we can do for ourselves? Who comes out here to learn? Is this it? Is this really? Is this it? Because there's no sense of paying money to come out here, and this is the best you can do. If this is the extent of your ability to communicate using the N-word blasting out of your house, if a white man rolled on the university and said with his car blasted with that same word, you want to get mad at him. Me personally, I say the word should be stricken from the lexicon of English language. Okay? There ought to be a fine of $100 every time you use the word. I think there's nothing good about that word. Nothing. It's demeaning. Okay, it's insulting. So I don't get why we need to use that word when we communicate, whether it's Dyson or anybody else. But I don't think it should damage the superintendent's ability to stay on and teach. Now, My only problem has been with the superintendent. All of them, of the last 2 or 3 of them, all of them have probably been the environment and the environment, not the teacher, but the environment of chaos in some of our schools. The environment of disrespect. And I hope it's better. I will say one thing, Percy Julian, new principal over there, I think he's doing a pretty good job. And I will tell you, last year was a better year than all the 2 years before. There's a fight every day, ambulances all the time over there. I mean, it's all kind of things going on. So Ingram evidently has sort of got things under control. We'll see in a couple weeks. This whole stuff. But it does seem it's a better place for kids to go to school. Now, and I don't know why we can't use, and somebody can tell me why we cannot use the word discipline. You will never hear a teacher or an administrator in a public setting use the word discipline. If anybody can tell me the last time you heard in a public setting use the word discipline, have you ever heard that word used at a school board meeting? Be it state, they give you a whole bunch of crap over. Okay, all kind of words. They use every word, but the one word that's necessary for anybody to be successful is discipline. And you never hear it. Okay, you may hear it in language school, but you don't hear it when it involves the traditional school. And this is not something the Lord knows on that. But again, when is the last time you heard anybody in a public setting use the word discipline as it relates to public school? I had one lady said it was racist. She said it was racist to use the word discipline. Well, that let me know what her IQ was. Okay, so she didn't even bother me. Anybody with her IQ was the same as my shoe size. It was like 8.5. Okay, because to use the word discipline and to relate that to racism, I mean, you have got to be the world's biggest idiot. Okay, as a matter of fact, if you are intelligent, racism won't bother you because you realize that the only way to get ahead in this world is to be disciplined. Regardless, Michael Jordan did not start off as one of the greatest basketball players ever was. Okay, he missed a lot of times, but he had the discipline to keep going, keep shooting that rock, keep shoot that rock, keep shoot that rock, keep shoot that rock. And he said he missed more last shots than he made. But the only thing people remember are the ones that he made. But he couldn't have made those unless he had taken thousands of shots. Discipline to keep going. That's what it takes to be successful in today's world. It always has and it always will. But you never really see it. But that is there a member of the board in a public setting, like Montgomery School Board, that will use the word discipline? Well, go back and listen to some of their audio. See if anybody will use the word. They come on through airways and use the word, we need more discipline. Okay? No, we won't hear it. There's only one member of the school board that will use the word. Okay? And then they'll look at her like she's crazy. Okay? There's only one member that I know of that will use the word. Okay? And that's Dr. Lisa. She'll use the word discipline. But I can't remember anybody else. I don't remember that. I don't remember anybody else using it. But I hope this year in public school is one of the best years they've ever had. And I still say, any education that we get in a public school should be equivalent or surpass any private school in this city. The education that we receive in these schools should be equivalent. The environment should be on the same par as private schools. The environment, the discipline, the order should be in the same, same as a private school. So this thing about we get kids from the neighborhood, that dog ain't gonna hunt anymore. Guidance Hall gets kids from the same neighborhood. Okay? Miss Pearson said that if you tell somebody something long enough, they'll begin to believe it. Guidance Hall calls their kids scholars. They call their kids scholars. You know what? When you see them in public, they act like it. If you see it long enough, people begin to believe it. Scholars. Wow. You and me are the only species on God's green earth that can change their trajectory by changing their attitude. That's all I want. Anyway, my son last year, I hope you have a great year. I'm going to figure out how to film everything now so I can use that prom thing. Yeah, we're doing a tough school. Down here, they got junior proms too. I'm that last one. I'll take a phone call just for that break. We'll come back and talk about something else. Good morning. Yes. Irrelevant. Okay. Now, well, don't you know why it's irrelevant? It's irrelevant because when you end up on a school ground, there's a legal doctrine called local parentage, which means that the school personnel are there in lieu of the parent. So whether the parent shows up or not, you still have the responsibility to demand discipline. And if you can't get that discipline, then you need to take that little child, take it to the principal's office, and send it home to his parents. Okay? Have you seen the light bills lately? Have you seen the rent that's going up lately? I don't know who can afford to miss a day's work and want to go to the school. Who can? Now your light bill is taking out your extra money now. Well, who can afford to take off work? The schools have a responsibility to employ discipline on the ground. Now, when they get out of school and go home, teachers ain't got nothing to do with that. But when they hit the school ground, the teachers and the administrators take the place of the parent. The local parental. Okay. So what if you have a parent that's disabled? What if you have a parent that's intellectually challenged? Are we going to say, well, because his parents are challenged, we're not going to make him have discipline, and we're not going to teach him that? Really? I'm sorry. Stop blaming the parents. Okay? The problem with groups of people, when you're involved in a group, a lot of kids take on the group mentality, like grown people do. You remember the riots back in 2020? Okay? And one of the places, this new vice president picked, he let them, because of the group mentality, he let them burn down 5 miles of business. Because we saw what no discipline can do. Whether it's education, or whatever it is. People have this group mentality thing. So I'm just saying, I'm sorry. So nobody can afford to take off because Democrats are in charge of this economy right now. Nobody can afford to take off to go to a school. Losing one day of work in this day and time will probably get you put out of your house. Okay? Because you won't have the money. So now a hell of a lot more people are living paycheck to paycheck now because the Democrats are in the White House. Okay? That's all I'm saying. So, that is up to the teachers to keep order in the classroom and in the school, not the parents. Not the parents. That's up to the teachers. And it's the whole job. Teaching is the only job in America where you fail and you blame me. Hmm. Didn't figure that one out. Mhm. And we are back 8:48 in the morning. Let's see who this is. Oh, good morning. Who's this? Good morning. Okay, so you need to grow a beard. Yeah, 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 yeah. Uh, listen, you're right. It's, and I keep hearing about these economic models. Well, here's the one thing about the economy, economics that people never read. If you're the guy with all the resources, you determine the price, and you can limit, across supply and demand. Well, if you are the one with all the supply, then you determine the demand. Alabama Power is a monopoly around here for the most part. They can take their light bills up as high as they want to, and evidently they can have enough sleep at going to sleep at the wheel because my light bill's going up, my everything, and my God, my insurance, and my car. I do not know, but they're not doing that. And not only just her, the other two guys, Olden and the other guy, I just think we're not hearing much from them either. Although I don't know. Yeah. Um, yeah, I'm trying to figure out what they are. Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah, that's a lie they told us all. Mm, sounds good to me. I appreciate it. 86014 is the number here. Really, I was at Alabama Power the day last month. I said, listen, I said, well, what's going to happen when we can no longer afford? And they, of course, they work there. They don't know either, but what's going to happen when older people cannot afford the light bill? Twinkle. What's going to happen to them? Are we going to put them outside, or they scared to run their air conditioning because they can't afford the bill? I mean, what's going to happen? Good morning. Price controls. Yeah, listen, I hear you. I hear you, and hell, we needed the stimulus check because the artificial rising of prices in our nation right now, artificially now rising. Chickens, how do the white eggs go up? The chickens ain't complaining. Okay, I don't know what I'm saying. And somebody needs to tell me, why in the hell did rent go up from $800 to $1,800 on some people's property? Why is that? It's called greed. Okay, it doesn't cost any more money. It doesn't cost any more money to rent that house out than it did before you took the price of the $1,800. I know folks who on East Chase had to move out of their apartment because they took the prices high up on it. It's called greed. You want to hear this? Hello. Oh, sorry about that. Good morning on there. Yes, what's up? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Well, brother, I don't know, but I got I got a guy who's destined to be the vice president of the United States who allowed rioters to burn down 5 miles of business. Wait a minute, right. 5 miles of businesses in Minnesota. Okay, okay, okay. I'm talking. Wait a minute. I'm talking about the governor of Minnesota. Okay. Good. Okay. Okay. Again, what about all of the what about all of this? Again, what happened? What happened to all the businesses that burned? What happened to all the businesses that burned? Just give me what happened to all the businesses that burned down. I'm just okay. 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 I gotta go. I gotta. All right. Okay. Good morning. That is. When he was president, when he was president, he had 50 forces. The troops got trying to arrest secret time. You also called him, they called him AWOL. They call him AWOL. Now let's talk about it, Steve. Talk about the coward in here. And he's got the top of his head every now and then. Yes, yes. Yeah, I just let you know. There we go. All right, hey, appreciate it. Gotta go. Our time's up. We'll be back. We get for about a half hour, then we'll get back to something. Right.
12 and something on News Radio 1440.
USA now has moved to the China is second with 65. Host country France has 51. That's your news on this Thursday.
WLWI AM, the home of the Ben Shapiro Show, and heard on 95.1 HD3. This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. There's a chill in the air in Vienna that has nothing to do with the weather. Taylor Swift fans like Sylvia Simon, who made the trip from Germany, were shocked to find out about an ISIS-inspired plot centered on the singer's sold-out stint this week.
I was like, okay, this is really serious and like totally comfortable. And I'm like still going around the city today. I think it's going to be a bridge just knowing what threat laid upon us. It's just very scary.
Teenagers were under arrest. Correspondent Walker is a guest. Here is the marker. One of the two suspects arrested has confessed he'd hoped to kill as many people as possible from just outside Montana. And that's exactly the way a suicide bomber killed 22 people after now assessing whether it's safe for next
I got some at the end of the world. It makes life a little different. But I'm going to, I got to go and do it. Did you get the anything is possible. We trying to do this without feeling yeah, hard drive, I mean, you some people are not like the old one. Yeah, into different technology. What we learn today? Watch that. You got it back. So that's how you realize oh, you're
Yes. I like the old, one second left. It's a lot. I want to. Oh, and you know what? No, if it's one, at least I know it's not. There's a lot of first. There's a lot of like important documents on there. But some of it's in my email. But I don't know. I'm going to do that. Or you just unplug it and plug it to another computer. That's right. Old hard drive. Yeah. What the hell? Getting more expensive, no content. That's user friendly, more important. Yeah. No, no, competitive for me. It's a, you get it sort of, but not like yank it out. This is like a memory now. Like this big. All right then, we are live and in person. We got the people. Uh, yeah. Okay, I got another. Yeah, I'm coming for him now. In Alabama, baby. I need some friends out there. We got a couple minutes to spend with my boy, Mr. Don. I'm a master prepared nurse practitioner. I passed the national exam. I'm qualified by every federal agency for diagnosis and such patients. Water MRIs, X-rays, blood work. I can take blood. And also I have a medical practitioner. Veterans in Alabama. Located at 5911 side. Kind of good old Montgomery, Alabama. And that's kind of what I do now. I am a medical advocate. With the golden rule of medical school. That's kind of what it is. And the things you specialize in are, I specialize in ensuring that our military veterans get access to the health care benefits of the also provide access to military veterans chronic pain management, having pharmaceutical nothing invasive. Yeah, kind of stuff that works. You know, I don't ask the kind of simple way it actually works. But you will again. And such, yeah, I would say that. Let's say, for example, you're in Alabama, you're a big football town, right? You watch the football game, right? You get upset because things happen, right? You throw your beer at the season, you throw your shoulder out. That's your shoulder, right? Yeah. That hurts. You're gonna need a shot of some morphine and every such right? You don't need that more. Absolutely. In certain circumstances, pain medicine is warranted. You get a knee replacement, your knee's gonna twist and bang and hurt for a couple months. Pain medicine is warranted. But for the 90% of other pain situations, the current standard of pain management
at its core, is one. If anyone wants to debate that, don't debate that with me because look at the results. There's a community of people that commit suicide at a higher rate, that have sleep apnea at a higher rate, that have heart attacks at a higher rate. Military veterans. We talk about chronic disease, and because of the medications they're fed, there's a higher rate of all of those things. And part of that, we were chastised about getting medical help. They said we were risky. We didn't take the good work, shake it off, move on, no pain, no gain. Here's my role is to advocate for the military. And we appreciate it. And what I'm not going to get into is dissecting the past practicing of military medicine and whatever this thing was at that time. There was a culture that was created. There was a culture created, though, for certain. If you go to shit call, you know, you're going to get that camera. When you get there, and I heard it's called Ranger Candy. And so it's wrong. It is what it is. I mean, hey, you know, I'm here to judge anyone, but I mean, the military mission is to be job. You know what? Hey, I'm not going to complain because I can go here safely. Yeah. I went to a stop sign and need love. Yeah. I can go to, you know, you know what I'm saying? I can go to the ATM. So, but what happens is that years later, all that, ignoring those issues back to those days, now it's coming full forward today. You know, I'll say this, it's still happening. It hasn't stopped. Good. It has been around, so trust me. After duty too, still get fed Ranger Candy. Good. Right? Yeah, they still get fed Ranger Candy on a regular basis. We didn't get a timeout call. No. Yeah, they got a timeout. I haven't verified that. I haven't verified myself, but you know, I'll just say this, man. I look at currently, and men and women in the early 30s, mid 30s, early 40s have fused necks, fused back. They can barely walk. It's because of the standard of chronic pain management is no 30-year-old male or female should not have a fused neck. What does that mean? It means they have a piece of metal kind of like splinting their spine and their neck, the spine and their neck or their lower back. Using their joint, it's just the result of it is when someone has chronic pain, you feed them medicine for years, their body ignores the pain and pushes through. And over time, the joint or whatever area continues to break down. And when you go get the shots, steroids, the side effect of steroid medication, it says, you can Google it. It says destruction of bone. It says it. Breaking down the ligaments and tissue. This is a side effect of all those shots. So what do you do in your home? You have a process. What we do, basically we use the Tesla-based muscle activation technology. And what it does, simply what it does, it feeds the body its natural resource, which is electricity, at a level never seen before. It doesn't burn the skin, it doesn't hurt, and the results speak for themselves. I don't have to sell anyone on what this machine does, what I do with the machine. I have to sell it. I challenge anyone and everyone, come see for yourself. But I must admit, I was doing it every day, and I'm talking late. They celebrate this week, and they told me you can raise men and women, young and old, and they were really praised about the things that we do. Yeah, I'm not thanking you. I'm not saying this is free evidence. What they said when I was over. Is Don calling me? Yeah, bro. I've been training for Don, man. What's the name of the hospital? The hospital. Repeat the question, sir. He didn't have a headphone. It was Wellington Regional Hospital in Wellington, Florida. Wellington Regional Hospital, WELL. During COVID, I ran the night shift in ICU. Let me tell you 1 second. Yep, I was a nurse practitioner. Sir, let me repeat myself. I need you to listen to what I'm saying. Listen to my words. I am a nurse practitioner. I'm not in school any longer, so you need a collaborator? Sir, I'm going to correct you. The term is called collaborator. Yes, sir. In your business is different. Oh, come on, Don, baby. Let's go. Wow. I'm ready for you, Don. Let's go. Come on, baby. Come on. That wasn't me. Yeah, what's up? Yes. Okay, but I got the thing about that in the next half hour. Right now, we got the top one here. It didn't help with headphones. That's not. That's loyalty, baby. That's loyalty. That's loyalty. That's loyalty. Can I introduce myself? How you doing, sir? My name is David Graham. I'm a nurse practitioner. We also serve the entire country. Sir? I do have massage therapy at my clinic. I am working on obtaining. I need a mental health clinic. Kevin, can you just for 1 second, sir? Sir, anyone listening to this show, if there's a social worker, a master care social worker, there's a psychiatrist, anyone that is interested, truly interested in serving our military veteran community, who is not afraid of being an entrepreneur, please give us a call. The VA has allowed me to start my own mental health program, and I need someone interested in helping that. Please give us a call 324-676-2796. You have to be able to diagnose and treat mental health patients. I have everything set up for you. I need you to come, be a part of the team, and be adamant in ensuring our military veterans. Thank you. Well, thank you for your support. Of course, that is it's a private. Okay, so I was just basically my time at the VA. I knew this was coming, and I know what the thing is. I knew this with Obama enacted. They're very, very strict in the message. Very strict. This was coming. The VA has a $220 billion annual fee. Those lobbyists are wanting our money. Every military veteran should be aware of this. Do not let them privatize the VA. And once they do, the quality of care will continue to go down, down, and down. I impose upon every military veteran listening to the show, tell your friends, tell your family. any politician in your community, you need to be very sure they do not privatize the community. If they privatize the community, I say this cautiously. Listen, I say this cautiously. If they privatize the VA, and veterans will continue to get access to services, and then it goes into the lobbyists and capitalists. Do not let them privatize the VA. And everyone listen to this. Go on my live and get back on the air. Do not let them privatize. Every politician, every politician, find out what they're voting on this act in 2025. Do not let them privatize the VA. Our veterans do not let them do it. Do not let them do it. They try to influence in the Congress. This has been a program since here's how they run their right. Here's the deal. Yeah. Here's the deal. I'm trying to figure if you are if you are I have a whole community on the island. Well, one of them something. Question, right? So I really want to do this. So I want to be clear, so I'm a nurse practitioner. I use the VA all the time. Sir, go ahead, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate that. For support. Yes, so what I was explaining the VA has been with 220 billion. And so that money is set aside for the VA and it's managed by the VA. So and that money, that's another, let's be clear about that. That's 20 billion, some of that money is claimed. That's claimed for benefits, 100% fully permanent, aid attendance, for your wheelchair, for your home, for your wheelchair ramp, for your long-term care. All of those benefits come out of that 220 billion. What's going to happen if the VA privatizes? The lobbyists, venture capitalists, the people that put money in, they're going to start cutting the VA budget to use their profit. The VA isn't concerned with generating a profit. That's why it's very, that's why the VA is so if you privatize the VA, when you say private, first you think of what's the bottom line. I'm going to improve my profit. And I'm going to say this, because I'm trying to do I have never been. So it's very important that everyone understands it. Do not let your politicians campaign about privatizing the VA. Before you vote, hey guys, before you vote for Kamala or Trump, ask that question to your electoral college people. Do you believe in privatizing the VA? Not that. We got another couple, 2 or 3 more elections. I'm telling you, they're chomping at the bit for that $220 billion. Do not let them privatize the VA. Good money in there. Don, how about this, Don? Google David Graham, USA Today. I'm going to say it again. Don, Google David Graham, USA Today. Look at my article in USA Today over the London Nation News. We'll be back after this. That guy keeps calling. Used to be American. That's why he had not let them practice that to you. Not let them practice that to you. I'm telling you on this. be something that is very important to the VA gets privatized, all your doctors and I'm definitely sorry to get the insurance and privatize it. Yeah, healthcare is this is my mind. The VA healthcare isn't a fucking thing. I don't know how you get below that. But if you privatize the VA, you know you come back home. Yeah. Me and my team is good. We have the Bible rate and regulation. I remember doing that in America. Literally, like not really good. Now. How do you like nuts out on the road? But I guess the good stuff. I'll tell you, we are back. Get one. I just take one more call for David Graham here, and then we'll give him the last word. Good morning. Who's this? Pretty good. I know. Wait a minute. I'm talking to David right now. We can take the politics. We ain't gonna never agree. Yeah. Not sure he's listening while you're on call. That's loyalty. That loyal fan cut. Oh yeah, I know you. They're about 30 minutes. But wait, probably not later. Every night they can reach you. Yes, so I wanted to just emphasize that the week of September 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th, we're celebrating 4 years of service to our community and the military veterans and the weekly celebration. September 3rd, we'll be having a free breakfast at 9. On September 4th in the evening, we're having a first day of class at University. On Thursday, we're having two really basically, I've decided to take a few everything it's I see firsthand the level is not level not at all. Every military veteran signed their name on a ballot into the service and paid the price. Well, explain to me why the military veteran leaves the service, they have to pay lawyers and so-called experts to help them feel comfortable with the process of claims that they can their body, their mind, spirit, they take it on. Why should the pay someone a couple $100,000 because of the people of obvious that want that money? The fact is the lawyers. And they made the same process of legal doctrine in the Constitution says when you got the military, they ain't gonna take care of you. It's some kind of rule somewhere. You know what I mean? Congress, you know what I mean? It's the rule. If you get the military, you gotta take care of you. So why is that process now? I'm gonna do, I'm gonna level the community. I'm tired of seeing that this country is from lawyers, experts, their claims of significant. I see that from every day that they've grown, they've been grown up, and the information is on their record. And because they relied on someone that had a law degree, somebody who went to some class, and none of these experts, I say, it's rare that have a medical, like a MD, it's rare. Lawyer don't know nothing about that. There are no laws and rules and semantics. And never history. Like the right hand of the doctor. In some cases, we are that we have the same authority in some instances. Like I was saying to Brother Don, if you Google me, let's say today, David Graham was in my article, was discuss what I did during it. What I'm saying here is, during COVID, there were people that were floating and dying, right? And the ER doctor would call me and say, because I was an ER plan during COVID. I was in ICU, and they would call me. I would do everything, intubation. So, but in Florida, I have that authority. So the Florida boys in Alabama got let certain people. So what it is, we have the same authorities, but in Alabama, in certain states, nurse practitioners Florida is one of them. Like a lot of the the more liberal states are more and so that's what it is. So I pretty much have a medical clinic, right? Oh yeah, definitely. If you try to go to a walk-in clinic, it's not going to see. It's more of a referral to the urgent. That first week of September is our 3rd anniversary, and every day we're going to do some for our pets. At the university, and that we'll do a class every other week to get through the time. We got to do what's going on. I'm building a team of nurses. I have Army nurses that are going to help me teach this class. And we're going to ensure, because what it is, if you're still doing paperwork, filling up your claim, you're setting yourself up for failure. I would encourage everyone to do the physical practice. If you're
saying?
What you're doing, you're relying on a human being that VA to get your papers needed and file it appropriate with the next person. If you do it digitally, you can digital.
I will tell you something else too. The medical, as a matter of fact, they had a problem that I had with the military that I forgot about. And they, you know, I just want to. All right, so I want to say that real quick. Guys. Here's what it is. All right, let's understand this. Okay, this is a veteran training university. You can put it in level playing field. My goal is a veteran will not be a warrior. A veteran, we're going to empower military veterans to file their own claims with the company, not going to speak up in the back end. You know what I'm saying? So basically, speaking, oh, I know what my mentor is going to get me. I said it. Oh, he's going to get me. He's going to get me. But excuse me. So we're going to be trying to level the playing field because veterans, this is your money. This is your money. You already paid the price. This process was made legal to make it convoluted and unfair. You don't need a lawyer. Like, it's crazy to me that veterans go to war and they go get help and these experts file the claim wrong. There are like 5 diagnoses that are automatic if you just say, I went to war. They say, oh yeah, you went to war. You got headaches? Oh, yeah, that's automatic. You got sinuses? That's automatic. You got blood pressure? That's automatic. So the fact these veterans are going to experts and when they get to me, it's still wrong, man, we gotta cut this out, man. And I'm gonna educate them. And it's gonna be empowering. I can wait on Friday, the 6th. I'm doing it for 4 years. I'm doing rock climb. I already talked to my Marine Warrior guys. I'm doing it. You're gonna do it. I'm doing it. Yeah, I'm doing it for what it is. How much do you have in the rough? I already started training. I'm doing the first step already, and I did a 40-pound set. Oh, you got light. Yeah, so I just went for fun, man. Okay. I did 2 miles. I did 2.5 miles with 40 pounds. My first one. All right, come on, Kevin, man. That's okay. If I want to get a shout out to my. But you're 6'9". But dude, come on, bro. It's my first one. It was my first one. And so it's just like, yeah. So here we go. My first ruck, I did 2.5 for a 40-pound ruck, right? On the beach in the sand. You know that ain't much. You know that ain't much. I'm first practitioner, I'm rocking, bro. You're great, man. I did it on the beach. I did it on the beach. In the sand, bro. I had hiking boots. Okay. All right. So what I'm doing now, I'm training, and I'm training for it. I'm doing this iron ruck coming up. Big things coming out. So we're gonna ruck. I'm gonna ruck. I got the new warrior guy. I'm gonna get a golf cart. Kind of like, you know, just kind of keep me going and come out in the golf cart. And then we're gonna have a cookout. We're gonna have a fried turkey Friday on that Friday. So a week-long celebration at 5911 Monticello Drive here in Montgomery, 334-676-2797. Look us up on the web, bwcalabama.com, on Facebook at Veterans Wellness Center Alabama. I promise I am vowing, as long as I have breath in this body, my mission is to ensure our military people they deserve. Right? Give me a number: 334-676-2797. bwcalabama.com, on Facebook at Veterans Wellness Center Alabama, on Instagram for our younger veterans, BWC Alabama, at BWC Alabama. I want to thank you, Mr. Senator, for your support. I want to thank the community for your support. 4 years, we're young in the game, but we're just getting started. We're going to do not let them privatize the VA. Don't let them do it. All right. Thank you, sir. What is that big? Okay. We are back. Good morning. I hope you know. It's wonderful working with you. It's wonderful working with you. I want to keep it wonderful. Good here. Good here. Good to see you. Now you can call it a thing. 7:45 in the morning. Now you can call it a thing. Okay, first day of school. I hope you have a great year. For all our folks, I'm trying my best not to get much this year. We have a great year of school, yeah, I could do some research about this. Yeah, I can do that school. Smart. I don't know, but I'm put a picture out there in top school, so people know exactly what it is. This is a smart game. There's two dudes that too. A lot of these doctors are doing it, they have to be black. And at the time, being black was not being intact. What are not right. I really wish they would do it person doing. And so the folks who go to that school know a little bit about that school. It would do them well to see that. You don't have to play football. You don't have to play baseball or basketball to make contributions to the world. Because he did. You can do many things to be relevant in the world. You don't have to play sports to do that. I really think the school, and I really think the school that they should do every time in which you invest on persecution. We know we are the school that what was done most of them. So I'm gonna tell my I'm gonna go by the people down there. They need to do that. Okay. So much for that. 18, 14, 14, okay, now we have to doing my studies, and I came up with some interesting things. Okay, there we go, right there. See, I'm doing some study. Okay, I know which y'all don't think I study, but I do study. I be up way hours of the night. Okay, the Montgomery City Council overrides the mayoral veto on the police pay. I personally think the police got it raised recently. I think they needed another one. I'm with the mayor on this one. But also, if you're going to give anybody a raise, give everybody a raise. Okay. Now the problem is now you're gonna have the sanitation department complaining they didn't get no extra money. The fire department they didn't get any extra money. I mean, look, we love our policemen, but hey, I mean, they just got a raise here a little while ago, and now they're getting another one. I mean, well, I want a raise too. How about the fire department? They put their butt on the lines also with fire. I mean, so I'm just thinking everybody needs a raise. Matter of fact, when I get out of here today, I'm gonna go down the hall and tell the boss I need a raise. Everybody needs a raise. Light bill keep going up. Peanut butter going up. Everything going up. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. Can I help you? Okay, can't hear you. Something wrong with your phone? Don't know what that's all about. Anyway, but anyway, they finally got. See, the city council is an amazing group of people. They don't mind overriding the mayor on things that are really not that controversial. You see, they don't really want to show who has the power. Most of the time, the mayor wins those battles anyway. Okay, so our city council don't really want to be controversial. They don't really want to take a real stand when there's something that means you have to put some political capital in. See, you don't have to put any political capital in giving somebody a raise. Okay, because the people that you're fighting for love the money. Okay, I'm just saying, I wish they show that same kind of moxie when it comes to other things also. But they don't, because they don't want, they don't want to, I wonder who's the bravest person on the city council. Who is the bravest person on the city council when it comes to politics? Who is the bravest one? I'll have to figure that out. Good morning. Yes. Yes. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Right, but we haven't been perfect. But we haven't been perfect, but we have always been great. That's true. Right. Yeah. Right. But you do realize, right? But I'm running out of time. But you do realize we can't tell all history. But you can't tell it all. You can't tell it all, no matter how much you tell. Well, that's true. Right. Well, Trump wanted. Wait a minute. Trump wanted to make some money, so he wanted his people to read. Yeah. Yeah. Appreciate it. 860-1440 is the number here. 9:52 in the morning. Good morning. Yeah. Hello. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. Which one? There's some. There is some. Right. There's some. There's. I guess he was in the National Guard, I believe. Yeah. 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 Well, that's true. Of course, I know the rank structure. Well, nothing. Somebody said again. Yeah. Well, I don't. Right. Well, yeah, that's true. I understand that. Yeah, but I think the controversy is here, and it's not a controversy for me. He's still an Enoch. Okay, so that doesn't bother me. But he did no. But evidently, wait a minute. I'm just saying that the controversy is that they said he said he was a command sergeant major. Well, yeah, okay. Well, listen, I don't. Yeah, I don't. I know, but why are you bringing that to me? I haven't questioned it. No, I didn't. No, no, but I didn't question whether or not he was a. I'm just saying the controversy is that again, the controversy is okay. Okay, whatever. Okay, okay. I got you. I'm running out of time. Okay, I didn't question his sergeant major bill. I wasn't one, so I don't know. Good morning. I would agree. I think Glenn is probably I think Glenn is probably the bravest down there. Anybody can get on stage and talk about stroking it. I'm good. Good morning. Who's this? From what I understand, I don't know that, and putting tampons in a boy's bathroom. He lost all. Yeah, I don't know, but I'm just, I can't deal with him. Good morning. All right then. I think the controversy is the sergeant major thing. I don't know what he was, but I mean he was there. Not a problem. Good morning. All right then. Okay then. Now let me. I don't know what he was, and I don't care. Don't fit my pay grade. But long, he better not say he airborne and he never jumped out of the airplane though. Then they got to get on him for that. Okay. But other than that, I don't care what his rank was. Spent enough time in there. The Montgomery Recycling Center is set to reopen. Listen, I think we need it. We need a recycling center. So I'm glad. Hopefully we'll get that thing squared away and we good. Financial elder abuse cases seemingly surging in Alabama. Well, that's okay, guys. I'm an older senior citizen too. Okay, okay. Now I've been screwed a couple of times on my debit card, but I learned a valuable lesson. If you got any doubt about who you talking to, hang up the phone. Okay, don't fill nothing out unless you let somebody else look at it first. Okay, don't send nothing in and all that stuff. Don't do it. If you didn't call them, forget about they called you. Okay, that's what I'm saying. That's the best word of advice. If you didn't call them, okay, hang up the phone. Good morning. Who's this? Robert, what's up? Okay. Okay. Appreciate it. And everybody's got an opinion about all these folks. Good morning. Okay, then. Anyway, I gotta get my producer 91 and stuff. Anyway, for elderly people, if you listen to the radio this morning, you call me when somebody call you. Okay, I'll let you know whether or not it's legitimate or not. Okay, call the show. Give me the number that they called you from when you call our ID. We'll call them and we'll make sure that they're not full of crapola. Okay, I'm just saying. So don't. If you didn't, and that's if you did not call this company that called you, hang up the phone on them. These people are slick. They know your name, your address, your phone number, how many kids you had. They know all of this stuff. They make you think that they know you. They don't know you. Okay? That's either the Chinese or the Jamaicans over there trying to Bravo Sierra you on the telephone. If you didn't call them, hang up the phone. That's all. That's what I give to my senior citizen buddies out there. If you didn't call them, hang up the phone. Don't hold on to it. Don't have a conversation with them, because at the same time you're having a conversation with these idiots right here, they're trying to extract information out of you. Okay? No, don't do it. If you did, what's the advice for today? If you didn't call them, hang up the phone. If you didn't call them, hang up the phone. Okay? Hey, don't have enough time for another call. Sorry about it, guys. We shall be back tomorrow. Hopefully. Bye.
Good morning, I'm Jed Davis. Here's what's happening in the news on this Thursday. One person is dead, another injured after a train accident on Fort Novacel in Ozark. A U.S. Army student pilot was injured and instructed to Wednesday. They were in an Apache helicopter made for two people to fly. Early on, still no word on what caused the crash. It's back to school today. APS schools start back up, as do Pike Road School, Leeds Academy, McLean Christian, and Valiant Cross Academy.